Hey there, Altruist. Man, you're number one with a bullet. Always the first one on. I appreciate that. Things have changed. No doubt about that. Oh, we'll give it a couple minutes. We'll get rolling here. CN Salazar. Hey, man. No problem, man. Oh, so many accounts have been blown up. We're really starting over on so many. A little discouraging. I will certainly admit that. It's just because it requires patience, right? We got to rebuild. You gave me something, CN Salazar. What did you give me? You gave me... I just like saying CN Salazar. You didn't post anything. Well, you can always just... anything you're interested in. You just pop over there, whatever chart you'd like to take a look at. OMG, it's crazy. No shit. Yeah, so many accounts got blown up. It's reality, right? Requires extreme patience, discipline. And nobody said this was going to be easy. There are when it's easy, you forget, right? You take it for granted. It's so easy to do. You start thinking you're a genius. I know I've been victim of that. But I've been through enough of these, and I've seen this so many times. It doesn't surprise me. Oh, let's see here. What do I got up here? So first up, I've got ES here. We'll get another couple of minutes and let some people join on. I think that's the first thing I've got up, CN Salazar. And BTBT? What the fuck is BTBT? BTBT? What is that? There was Bit Digital. That's what it was, Bit Digital. I had to look that up. One of them I'd never seen before. I think it's the best chart in all of crypto. Jasmy coin. I never looked at it before, but wow, what a chart. I've got BTBT up here somewhere. Somewhere I've got it. Let's see here. Give it a minute here. I thought I've got it somewhere. Oh, another minute. We'll get rolling here. Where did I put that? I know I've got it. Not there. Solano, that's on a group of 4. Yeah, I'll leave that one solo. Euro, I guess we don't need that one. NVIDIA, it's not that one. Where did I put it? Oh, maybe it's over here. Yeah. But isn't it BNT? Shit, maybe I've got the wrong thing up there. Hang on a second here. We'll get it started. Let's make sure I got the right chart up here. It's BTBT. Oh, shit. No, that can't be it. I don't think that's it. I think it's Bit Digital. I think it's BNT, isn't it? CN Salazar, isn't it BNT? I looked up there is no BTBT. I just looked for it. But there is a BNT, which I think is Bit Digital. I just tried to find BT. Unless I'm doing it wrong here. Crypto. BTBT. I got nothing. All types. Nothing. What is it? BTBT. God damn, man. I don't see it. What the fuck? I've got all sources, all exchanges. Well, let's hang on. Maybe it's not crypto. Oh, pardon me. Jesus. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay, I got it. I'm thinking it's crypto. My bad. Been a rough couple of weeks for me. All right, let's here. We'll hit that fresh. Oh, that doesn't look terrible. Okay, one sec here. Let me just do a quick little review of this. See where we are. It looks like we got a 5 there. Okay, we'll come back to this. That was fairly early. What the hell I was thinking? I was looking for it in crypto. That's Elton John asking for that. Okay, let me get rid of this disclaimer here. Get rid of that disclaimer. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get over here first. We'll come back to those. This is first up. This is Mojaka. Always makes me think of mocha. Mojaka, like a mocha light. Okay. Well, ugly couple of days here, no doubt. About ugly weekend. It's less surprising in traditionals. Crypto just has gotten destroyed. I can't find a count anywhere that hasn't been really disrupted. So we got to rebuild. Let's see. Check your encoder settings. Oh, you guys are. It's lagging here, so hang on. You guys are still seeing disclaimer. It's off, but there's sometimes 30, 45 seconds before it clears. There we go. Okay, so now you guys are there. That's weird. It's better. That's why I can't look at it, because you guys are 45 seconds behind me. Okay, here's the S&P. Now this, I don't think we've changed here, but certainly that's just brutal, right? I mean, risk happens fast, right? It's an old cliche, but it's we go up the stairs and down the fire pole, if you will. I do think we still are. This count is still valid, right? This is most likely because that 5 here. This is the 1, 2, 1 perfect golden zone. I don't think this count has disrupted here, but this is so sharp. Hang on. It would be somewhat surprising if we were to end it this quickly, right? So that seems unlikely. Now, we'll see, right? The Fed now the Fed. So funny, right? The talking heads, right? They've got to say something, right? So it's okay. Well, maybe we'll get one interest rate. Maybe we'll get one in September. Now they better do 250s. It's from a few to now 5 before the end of the year. That would be shocking. That certainly would be bullish for the market and for risk assets. And there's no way for us to talk through any idea that crypto is not just completely risk on. Bitcoin certainly is not proving to be, at least not yet, any sort of a hedge against volatility or lack of correlation with risk assets. It's not, right? Now maybe it gets there, but it's just not there yet. So as everybody's liquidating, where are they going to go, right? They go to crypto and dump and dump and dump and dump. And those with strong hands, step in and buy it here. And you see this kind of the same thing happening here. But as to where we're going, hang on. I'm still dealing with some residual COVID. Okay, right. So it's hard to, that's a 3, right? We know we got a 3 here. We know we got a 5 going up. I think this is hard to argue with, this count. There's always someone who's got, you wouldn't believe some of the comments I get. There's always someone who's got another opinion, right? They don't want to give you their chart, but they just want to shit on yours. So this just seems like too fast to me. Oh, so even just using something like fib time. Oh, where are you? Fib time, right? Which can be useful, right? So what's the amount of time here? Oh, we probably put a 618 in there. I think I took it off because on Bitcoin it was already past it. 618 in time. This seems unlikely to be. Anything's possible, right? But something like that seems more likely, right? We'd be in the pocket here. I've just kind of highlighted this area here that's unmitigated, right? This is bullish order flow. It's down before we go up. So we've tapped it here. Okay, you'd like to see it break the 50% of that, but I mean, if you wanted to be a little looser with it, you could just say the whole thing here is waiting to be hit. This is all wick. Okay, so are we coming back here? That's likely the relief rally. Okay, here we go, right? But again, it's not enough time in my view, right? So remember, you know, we're not trying to, it's not so much we're trying to predict the future. We're just trying to apply trading patterns here based on, you know, fear and greed, human emotion, that tend to repeat. And that's what Elliott Wave is. And that's why people are so quick to shit on it when we see volatility like this. And it's like, it's again, if I showed you some of the comments I get, it's really, really kind of amusing, right? Okay, so we've got to deal with this. So what do we do with it? Well, some degree of hedging here is probably worthwhile because, again, it does not appear like we're just going to recover that quickly. We've got to get through, we've got a shitstorm of events on the macro calendar here. Of course, the big one being the election, which, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be a nightmare for anyone here in the States, which is going to create massive uncertainty. You know, everything I'm reading and thinking about what's coming, regardless of whatever your political affiliation is, I think we're going to be in for a real volatile experience here, something we haven't been through before. So that kind of uncertainty, I think, kind of sets us up here for something. Or if we get a 3 here, I'd be looking to hedge as we go into that, right? So September, November, something like that. I do think we can recover, and you know, mixed opinion about, you know, whoever wins it, how the market's going to respond to that. Again, I try to keep my political opinion, which is very, very strong. I try to keep it out of any of this dialogue, but I think this is the likely path that we're on. Even if you did something like this, right? Okay, so we got the 50% here. That would sort of send us up here. I think, I mean, look, what are we doing today? The S&P is up 46. Okay, that's a bit of a recovery here. I don't think this is a time to be adding new positions here. In my view, right? I haven't made dramatic changes to my portfolio, and I've got a fairly good amount of traditional assets here. I'm not just crypto only. It's hard to argue with that, right? Wouldn't you just think something like this is where we're headed? Let's try and think of probabilities. Right? Here's our most probable location. And you might say, oh, okay, well, we're between the 23 and the 38, but it's just too fast to correct all of this. When's our low here? March of 23. We're going to do that in 2 weeks? I think not. So you have to make a decision here if you want to try and trade some of the swing structure here. Even if we go, let's go to a 4. It's much like Bitcoin, right? Is the low in? Or you would anticipate that there'd be another test there. Oh, even a 30 here. It's not, you know, maybe it's a little diag getting started here, but what would that suggest? That would suggest it's just an A going in. Oh shit, come here. All right, if that's A, B, C coming, hard not to think that. Is that little, it's higher highs and higher lows. Okay, that's a positive. But I would be reluctant to put a 1 there until proven otherwise, until I get a 1, well, shit, really, this is always the challenge, right? When you go through something like this. We start going here, we could go to a 1.618 and still be a C. So until we get a 4.5, it's going to be very hard to stay with a bullish bias here. Let's go back to a 60. My opinion, right? Remember, there's two skill sets that you have to keep in mind, right? It's not just analyst, right? Analyst is the easy part. Well, let me rephrase that. It's easier to be an analyst than it is a trader, right? Because a trader has to manage their emotion. They have to manage their risk. And right now, in this uncertainty, you want to be defensive, not aggressive. It's not the time to be aggressive. It's all my opinion, obviously. So until we get some sort of clarity here, which is going to take time, right? So, you know, we're sitting here in summer. We're heading into the election. I don't think this is a time to be aggressive. If anything, I'd be looking for opportunities where if the market stalls, you know, maybe iron condors, something like that, to take advantage of this volatility. And those of you that are option traders, you know what I'm talking about there, just selling on both sides of the market, looking for the volatility to subside a bit from the extreme we had down here, But then, maybe you give it a little bias here based on the Elliott count. So if it's A and then we come down for a B, maybe at that point let's see, we do something like this. You sell on both sides of it. Sell it up here, and just try and take advantage of that time decay. But you got to be quick to reposition it if something starts to really accelerate here. And right now, the general consensus is the next thing the Fed's going to do is cut, but now of course that's already being priced into the market, right? As the market is always discounting that. So you got to be careful about what you hear on CNBC or Bloomberg, whatever, wherever you get, or whatever's in your news feed, or if it's TikTok or wherever you're getting it. Careful, right? They have to fill they have to provide content, right? Much like I do, right? They're providing content here. My view is this is not a time to be aggressive. I wouldn't be putting new positions on. Okay, so you can always, in hindsight, look at that and go, God, look at the RSI got so oversold here. Well, of course, that's a good time to be a buyer. Well, tomorrow, we're only at the 50. That could roll over, and you're rethinking that. So I'd be very careful here. But the Elliott count, I think, is what we're headed toward. Most likely here's an X, be my suggestion. Hang on. Even today, after a good start, the market's still up, but it's giving back. We just tested the IB low. It's rolling over again. I think caution, and don't force a trade, right? Enjoy your summer. Let some of this settle down. Let's let the VIX get back into the low teens before you start looking to launch into long positions here. I do not think the bull market is over. Feel free to disagree. I'd like to see your count if you think it's over. Let's get this out of here. If you think this is a top, that's what makes a market, right? Difference of opinion. There's just no reason to go there yet. Now, this different story. We start coming down here and challenging some of these pivots. Well, then we're going to have to, reevaluate here. But right now, I don't think there's anything to suggest that the bull market is over. Especially if we're going to have 5 rate cuts collectively, whether they do it 2 at a time or more before now and the end of the year. I think you've got the Fed likely to come in and provide liquidity and give us the rate cuts that the market's pretty much demanding right now. So there we go. Okay, Mojack, I hope that helps. Don't feel like you need to trade all the time. Sometimes no trade is the best trade. Okay, I got, what did he go on here? John Howard? Okay, George, our friend, and one of my senseis on my team, has got a good look on XRP. I'm holding a pretty good chunk of this. Let me copy that here. I'm in long term, right? Most of the crypto I buy in spot, so I don't get too shaken too badly by this kind of volatility. But I'm a long term, perma bull, so I kind of take the Michael Saylor approach. Don't trade with leverage, and then this kind of thing won't, you won't get liquidated. Okay, so this is XRP. View 15-minute also. Let's go to the weekly, as he's suggesting here. Let's go to the weekly. Whoa. That's nice work, George. Oh, I guess we got to do this here. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit of a fucker there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks good. I'm long in here, just in spot. I think my average price is 55-ish, something like that. At a target up here at $15. There's a variable here, right? Whatever happens in their court scenario, likely to dictate this. Hard to argue with the Elliott. What would change your mind, right? Break this and this gets completely blown up, right? You might be able to talk yourself into this. It wouldn't be a triangle anymore, but you'd have A, B. No reason to go there yet. Let's see what happens. I'm holding. I think they're going to win that case, right? So I hold. I'm really sweating it. That's nice work, George. Let me go down. What you had also? You gave me the 1, and you gave me the 15. Let's go to the 15. See the micro. Okay, through that's the 4. That's the 3. Ooh. 5, I guess we're gonna have to do. Oh, no, this is gonna have to be that 4. Looks like 1, 2. Gets a little wonky when you change time frames. When you go from weekly to a 15-minute and get a little disrupted. I love how you do this. I don't know how to do that. I tried to do it the other day. I couldn't figure out how to do it. Okay, so if that's the C, and we're going to double down here. Oh, it's not a double. It looks like they swept the low. So they got the stops down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty sneaky in there to get that in, but it looks like it's valid. A, B. All this. All right, we can see what's happening there. Resistance, resistance. Grab all the liquidity. Down we come. We're down for that C. So here's the golden. Here, well, here's a 50 and a golden. Order block. So you have to be patient. I would look to add here, actually. I'm going to send an alert there. As I often do in live streams, because I get some of my best ideas from you guys. Come down here, I'd be interested. Looks like you can probably make a case that there's a 5 developing there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like, you know, classic 4 material. Come on down. I might even be interested even a little bit sooner, right? Maybe 30, 40% here and last load here. Got lots of imbalances down here, but this you'd want to see it stop down here, as he's got it labeled. It's nice, very nice. But this is not moving as much with the macro, or this is going to move based on whatever the court battle, however that's decided. So one to get on your radar, of course, huge potential, but it is just that. It's just potential. If the E's in, where are we going? $15. That will make your 2025 if you're in. So the majors, you want to be in. You know, maybe not the kids' tuition money, but you at least want to be there for the upside potential. It's got to be money you can afford to park, right? If you're going to go into spot and not use a stop on it because you're a Bitcoin believer or a crypto believer, you've got to be comfortable parking it there. I've had money in Ripple for 2 years, and I just kind of watch patiently. That's kind of where we are. Okay, thanks for that, George. That's good work. Your letters are still always just too damn big, but the TA is very nicely done. This is good work here. Now, he works closely, right? That's the benefit, right? He works closely with PK. Those guys are real buddies, and they exchange charts all the time, right? So as a result of that, his work gets better and better. Plus, he's worked at it. Now there goes the market dumping again, dropping into a golden zone. I'm watching a 2,000 tick. Tested the underside of the IB. Now it's heading down. So, just for fun here, let's just pop over here. Oops. This is the IB right here. So now we're heading down. So if we go to a 5. I don't have the IB on there. Oh, let's do IDR is a good one. And use this one. I can barely see it. There's 3 levels that matter every day that are hugely significant. VWAP, the IB high, and the IB low, right? You see it right here. You got to watch this, right? So there's the retraced. Can they get back in? No, right? What is the reason it's so critical is because when we get outside of it, it attracts the higher time frame traders, right? The macro traders come in. You can see it here. Yesterday holds. Now look at the difference here. Look up, we hold it and then we rally. We go up, test it, and we rally. Today we go down, test it, and then we come back down. That's the most important levels. I would tell you more so than VWAP. Okay, let's. What's next? ETH. You know, ETH is a shit show. This is the count here. This is PK's count, right? Because I went to him and said, "What do you have on ETH?" And this is his count, which I'm inclined to be agreeing with. There's not much. It's hard to see. Now this is a count that has really been disrupted pretty severely, right? I mean, we're all the way back here to COVID low, 3, 1 long 4. And it looked like it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but that's all been blown up. So now it looks like this is all just a series of 3s, thus triangle, right? This would be very hard to count any other way, right? But what we had before, you recall, we had 1, 2, not 3, so it was 1, 2. This looked like 3, although it was always a little funky in here. This was hard to count. But then this is what the anticipation was. Well, that's not what we got. Remember, right, as I say all the time, right, but people seem to forget this. It's a snapshot in time, right? When you're here, you thought something differently. Now we get new results. Well, okay. The beauty of Elliott Wave is we can always adjust accordingly. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to take losses. I've got things that are underwater much more than I'd like, but can we count it, right? Can we apply the methodology here and come up with a solution that fits this moment in time? This moment in time, this seems reasonable. Big, long 4. Not what we hoped, right? It's surprising. Now, there is, I think most of you guys will likely be reading the same kind of content that I'm reading, that there's pretty good case for whales accumulating ETH. The ETFs have been disappointing, right? But that was not unlike what happened with Bitcoin, right? We're going to the moon after the ETFs, and not the case. So with this little risk off shock here, and I'm assuming most of you guys know what's caused it. That this is now, are we back to accumulation? Strong hands. Buy it when it comes down like this, because they're not worried about where it's going to be in 3 months, 6 months. It's 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. That's what they're trading. I try and stay in that alignment here, so reasonable opportunity to be adding here. Again, if you're comfortable parking capital here, you got to understand you could be parking it here for 2 years. Are you okay with that? It's tricky in here. This is pretty creative. A, B, C, D, E to get the B in through that triangle. Well, let's go to a 4-hour. You can see a little bit better. It's pretty creative. A, B, C, D. Here's the E to give us the B before we waterfall. Now, reaction. What are we reacting to? Oh, shit, I can't even get it. And what are we reacting to? Yeah. Let's check it. Is that my low? Looks like it is. Got a wick through. Looks like a good reaction. It is only wick, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that looks like a liquidation wick. Big reaction. Likely to get tested again. So, as we sit here, does that look, let's go, does that look like an impulse? Not really. Maybe you talk yourself into a diag. Maybe. 1, 2, 3. We got to overlap here, which we've done. There's the overlap. So you can be thinking, okay, maybe there's a diag going on here. It's not pretty either way you slice it, right? You got a big imbalance right here. It went right to the edge of it. Don't feel like you need to do anything. All right, let's let this calm down a bit. But if you just are chomping at the bit, you're going to be a buyer or a seller. I'd be a buyer, right? With a long-term horizon. That's my view. This again, this is really PK's count, but I think it's pretty solid. A lot of patience is going to be required here because we've got to rebuild the entire bullish case, and that's going to take time. And people are impatient. You know, I want that Lambo now. Okay, Crypto Ray, that's I think about all we can cover there. Now this is Elton John. Yeah, I tease him. It's every time I look at it, I see Elton John. It's Elon Jr. And this is what he's after. Right? So it took me a minute to find this. Bit digital. Okay, so what do I got here? Daily. Well, this looks like we held here. Interesting. Let's get in there. That's to the tick. Why would you think otherwise? This is, it's hard not to think this, right? So, okay. Not a big 5. Well, again, when in doubt, what does it usually do? Could that be the 2? You know, wicks breaking there. One, 2. Do we have it? Have to go to 60. Can we squeeze this in? Well, let's just try it. 2. I don't think we can get an impulse in there. We can't. All right, so we're even here. Even though we don't overlap here, you can't get an impulse there. You don't have it. 1, A, B, C, 2. 1, 2. You know, that's not an impulse. That's kind of a chop monster. See, a lot of people will do this. Don't try and force a count until it clears up. Is there a count there? You know, you could probably dig one out of there. But don't lean so hard on it, right? When it's there and it's clear, great. When it's there and it's clear, great. Oh, shit. I went back to... I was trying to show you something. This is clear. Oh, let's get rid of that. Right? When it's there, great. If it's not there, don't you know, drive yourself crazy trying to figure it out. It will clear itself up. Now you've broken here. Okay, that's wick only, but still you'd give advantage to bears. A, B, C, right? So you got so much with this waterfall here where you're like, oh, is it done? Is it in? You don't know, right? All I can say here is no trade. There's nothing new to do. Now, if you're in it, A, oh geez, that's a shit B. But it looks like you can get a diag in there. So it looks like you can get that ABC out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a diag, into a C. But that's an awful start. Awful start. That's not the start you want. And I just did this, right? So we've broken there. Now, oh shit. Just because we've broken doesn't mean we can't rally, but I wouldn't force anything, right? It's the temptation here is to force things. Oh shit, look how far it's down. Oh, I gotta, you know, you better really have a good feel for this asset and a real reason to want to be buying it. Is that good enough? Certainly one possibility here is that we've got this going on. We're going to come lower. So why force anything? Most of the assets today, you're gonna get that from me. It's not yet. We could probably do this. Let's take it out of log. But that doesn't count, right? Since it's already broken it. So what can you say? Are you buying in the discount? Yeah. Is this some unmitigated order flow? Yeah. Does it look like we're done here? Looks to me like that likely. It's just traders will do this, right? They're going to want to test that low. Is it safe? Is it safe? Okay. Well, if it is, right, we'll come out of here, and then there'll be the start of it. It'll start to come out of the chop. Will come clarity. I mean, if you're in it, you probably best to just sit tight. I wouldn't add. I wouldn't bail. I would just let's see how it reacts. Now, if you start to break some of this, right, you're likely going to either you could hedge. That's the other choice, right? You can always hedge here with some options. But often you'll do that. You'll hedge because you're a little bit scared of it, and then the hedge gets upside down, and now you've got two losers on your hands. So I'd be cautious. When in doubt, as the old saying goes, just get out. But that locks in your losses, right? So maybe you can use it somewhere against some profits in other places. But does that look like anything you want to trade? Not really, right? It's just, let's be picky. Q. God, I'm surprised that handle was available. Q is looking for OP and COTI. So let's copy his link. Let's see, I think I can copy it here. And let's copy that and save it. What's up first? Oh shit. Did I not get your thing right there? N2. No, I didn't. Okay, let's try again. Copy link. What happened there? Let's try again. Okay, OP on Binance. Let's copy that and save. Okay, there we go. Now I got it right. So I can get rid of that one. And I can get rid of that one. I'm going to save the ripple. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. Like it, right? So he's setting up a buy here. Like that, right? It's always good to see people put their money where their mouth is. Okay, so I'm going to hide this just for the screen real estate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, give me a weekly. Let's go down to a daily and see how we look in here. Okay, this is nice work. Okay, so hang on a second now. Okay, so who's this? This is Q. Okay, if this is A, right, which I think is pretty reasonable, although A, B, what are you doing here? You're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so A, B, C into an A, B. All right, we can live with that. Okay, 1, 2. Wait, did we get that? Did we double there? Yeah, we're good. Okay, 1, 2. So it looks like you're missing 1 degree here. If this is 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4 and the 5, if it's not C, we got to call it something, right? We got to label it. So A, B, C, W, X. Is that what you're thinking? Q. Let's get rid of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can live with that. A. Possibly, right? The B's over here, but okay, let's go with that because you got a nice 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's label it. Let's see if we can get it labeled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3. So this is, let's push this off for a second. So what do we got there? Is that C? Oh, I think I know what he's got, where he's missing it. Here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go up a degree. And let's put that in here, and we'll go to green. Okay, so does that fly? Well, barely, yep. So 1, 2, 3. I think he just was missing 1 degree. 4. Yeah, that works. So let's just do a little Always good to measure, right? So, it doesn't take that long. Okay, to a 50. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Right, so looks good. Coming down here for the C of 5. I think that's what he was going for. Mighty sharp, that's for sure. After this, diag is uncertainty, right? So is it a bull? Is it a bull? Is it a bear? Is it a bull or a bear? And why is he pulling this? Imbalance here? I'm not sure why he's pulling that. Oh, golden zone, of course, duh. Okay, so 3, 4, looks like we come in here. Good, all right, now that I follow it, I think you're in good shape there. That's a nice looking count. All right, now you don't necessarily, you don't want to sit here with a limit order, right? Because again, shit happens, right? So you want to see the reaction. We can anticipate the reaction, and just a little squirt. So you kind of want to, considering the volatility, I want to, at a smaller degree, want to see something like that, right? I know that's idealized, but show me the 5 here. It's daily. Let's go to a 4. Show me a good clear 5 coming out of here so that I can lean into it a little more. My view. Rather than try and pick the turn, right? You hear me say that on a pretty regular basis. You don't need to pick the turn. And again, this is great advice from one of the great traders of all time, Paul Tudor Jones, saying it's 70% of the trend, right? It's where you make your money. But trying to pick the turn, it's kind of a fool's errand. Why? No need to. Plenty of money to make here. If this is going to come out of here and we're going to get the bull going again, you're going to be fine entering on something like this. So I'd do it this way, just because of the uncertainty of the markets right now. My view, right now, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying if you're going to do that, maybe don't go with heavy size here. Maybe you nibble here if you want to pick that turn, because it is kind of sexy when you get the turn. But just light size, right? In general, when the market's like this, drop the size down. Just lower the risk in the face of all this uncertainty and volatility. Okay, so, and then he gave me another one, COTI. Well, let's split that. Let's see if we can get COTI on this side. All right, COTI. C-O-T-I. I think he wants crypto here, doesn't he? Oh, yeah, so that's got to be it. Let's go to a daily. Okay. I don't know that I've ever looked at COTI before. This is just a little too many. Oh, that's fractal. That's fine. That's a lot of those. Okay, so we'll bring the market structure back. Okay, so we have to start here. Looks like we had a failure swing there, right? So you're kind of being overly optimistic there, I think, trying to call that an impulse. 1, 2. Do you have an impulse there? That's the. See, it's tempting to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But is there an impulse in there? I don't think there is. Is there, right? Okay, so then you might think, okay, oh, it's diag. All right, so then ABC. Well, is it technical? This looks like it is. Duh. I think that's a force fit, right? Now I'll do an Elliott shuffle with the best of them, but I can't fudge that. So you're kind of stuck with this. Nice sweep here and then up. Though again, this is a little bit okay. Maybe this sure looks like a 4. Okay, it's kind of hot here. See, 1, 2, 3. Even if you tried to force fit it, It just doesn't fly. Clearly that's 4-ish. One, two, possibly. A little sloppy on there. Oh, we can get the 707, 786. Okay, maybe, right? But now you had a contender here as we came down, but now with this falling over here, I think you pretty much you're starting all over. Let's go back to a daily. And this is what's happening in crypto. Okay, so first, why does it stop here? Right, for the first question always. Now I haven't checked this. I don't even think I've ever looked at this before. Right. So, anybody surprised by that? You shouldn't be. Right. I'm assuming not. Right. We know why it stops there. So many. This is just a good example, right? Counts that, okay, they got a decent start here. They've just been completely blown up. Now, does that mean we're going down here? Well, we're 0. That's 0.15. I think you're probably stuck with this as an ABC. I can get that out of there. ABC. It's corrective, right? So what's left? Okay, well, where are we? Can you make a case right here? Maybe buying in the discount of this accumulation. So perhaps, again, this is for the bull, right? Who's looking for an excuse to buy it. Okay, well, maybe we come down a little bit tighter. We have it here. Let's go back one, see how it is here. Oh, there's a 50. For the bull looking for a reason to buy it, okay, if we come down here, get in the discount, let's see what I get coming off of that. Can I do this? Right, that's what I'm saying is this is going to take so much. It's going to be frustrating. Right? It's going to take time to rebuild the bullish case. So, in some respects, you can look at this and half full, half empty. Oh, it's an opportunity to reaccumulate before the next ripping running bull. Bad news, if you're in the market right now, you're just going to have to, your money's basically parked here for a while. I might do it that way. If I, for whatever reason here, was insisted on buying this. Okay, come down here. Let me get it on into the discount of the discount. And then let's see if I can get a 1-2 here. If you want to use a little leverage here, I don't know this thing. I wouldn't, right? It's just not the time to be using leverage, right? So just if you like this asset for whatever reason, right? And we know, of the, God knows, what are we at, 16,000 altcoins? Maybe 5% at best are going to survive. Maybe. Choose wisely. Something like this, maybe it's tradable. Maybe it's a trading asset. It's technical. We know the algos are in here, right? That they're in everywhere. All right, I think that's a hurry up and wait on this one, or you're down in accumulation. Q. Okay, Mojak. Oh, you gave me your chart. Here's the chart for the ES. Let's see what you're thinking. I am never one to tell you my count is the right count. It's just my count, the way I see it. So let's see what Mojak has got for his. He's thinking WXY. They're perfectly valid. Let's see. I think we looked at this. I think he posted this last week. So he's given a 4-hour. All right. Oh, it's just as well to do it ABC. So I think I had ABC, B, waterfall. Excuse me. Whoops. So we come back in here. Okay. A, B, C, that's perfectly valid. Right, it really comes down to the finish, right? Is if it's not done here, then if this is going to be a B, then what are we anticipating, right? So if you lean into this, we're anticipating a 3 to finish it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and we're done. And we have a sharp double. Oh, I think the question mark is how far are we going? Oh, let's go to an 8. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then this is the low that matters, right? Assuming we're going to hold the with the thinking that it's a 4 going in. I don't think there's any dispute on this. I think we can all agree that's likely what we've got there. You could bicker about the 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I think that's pretty solid. So until proven otherwise, there's just no reason to assume that the bull is dead. A 25-point rate on the yen, and I mean it's a pretty dramatic adjustment, right? I guess people were just so heavily leveraged into the carry trade that just that little change in their calculation, and you get that massive dump here. But is it enough to change the bull? Well, the data here is, we're going to get some. We don't have a lot this week, but jobs data, of course, is what the Fed's watching. Very sharp correction here. This would be mighty quick to be done here. Where's November, right? Here's November, the election coming out here. This is perfectly valid, Mojaka. Perfectly could well be in the WXY. You got a good retrace here to that 50. Where'd you pull it from? You did it, right? Just perfect. Right to the 50. Solid for a B. So now this is what's what's implied here is that. Do I get 5 here? Do I get 3 here? Do I get 5 here? Then again, I wouldn't be sitting down here with a limit order. I'd be show me the reaction, because that's likely what's going to come. You can buy it right here. And now we're back, now we're into 25, right? Election's over. We know what's coming. You might adjust accordingly based on how it's stolen. I mean, how it ends up. Okay, so let me go. That's good, Mojaka. Nice work there. Dr. Alban got a Bitcoin chart. Let's see what he's thinking. Let's leave that. Dr. Alban, what are you thinking here? I consider 4 not finished. Okay, I would agree. It's hard to call that in after that craziness. Let me copy that. Oh, I posted up on Twitter. I put a big question mark on it because you would anticipate before we're going to lock in that low's in that's going to get tested. All right. That's one of the ways to interpret this. Here, hang on a sec. Oh shit. Here's a daily. Okay, so he likes it down. Right? So you got a diag here. You got to do this as, let's see. He's got, that's interesting. So you can go A, B, C, right? Yeah, I've seen this count. A, B. You could do this a couple of different ways. You could do this. You could do this as a B. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could do it's. That's why it's tricky here when you get this double, because we can't be definitive. God damn it, get out of there. You can't be definitive about what we have here because of that double. You could, now let's see, that's this. If I go to an 8, you probably see this a little bit better. You guys are probably looking at the same thing. Couldn't that be 1, 2? Yeah, it could. 3, 4. Right, so it could be A, B, C, or actually C would be over here. So it's possible B, but okay. It's also, right, could be the 3, 4, 5. So if it's an A, then you're stuck with this, which is, okay, the B's, all right, it flies. A, B, C into the B. So you get A, B, C. This is a better looking 5 here than it is a 4. Well, you got a little bit of a juggle there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That flies. But then, right, that's the C. Oh God, I got to get that out of there so I can see what's underneath. Okay, those are kind of big. Let's get that down. Okay. So, it looks like he's giving me 2 possibilities here. So if this is the B, okay, so we're going to go, let's just draw it here. Let's use this thing here. So we're going to go A, B, C into the B. So, just a giant sideways into the B. Now we come down impulsively, right? That's fear. Just panic is really what it is. No divergence in RSI. Good point. You'd anticipate back to the 50 and then roll over if indeed, right? So as this goes up, you go to the 50, or 50 in the RSI is, I would propose to you, most important level, right? Because that's where we dictate if we're trending or not. This is his prognostication. So we've gone, oh man, they're right on top of each other. So let me get these out of here. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 would bring it down for the 5. And, oh, I like that. And we have a full moon. Oh, cool. Yellow line is the alternative. Okay, coming down for the 5. It's hard to argue with that, right? It's just like Bitcoin, right? Oh, pardon me, this is Bitcoin, just like the ES, right? You would anticipate this is going to get tested. Again, is it safe? Is it safe to buy? Let's go to a 4 here. That's not going to be enough. Is this, what do we got here? Is it ABC? Well, that's what the implication here. C of the 4. This being the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3 is the alternate, right? So it's ABC. Could be we're going to do a combo. This, at least look what he's notating here for you. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Oh, change of character. So we can put that in there. We get a little change in that right there, right? So we get change of character here. Oh, chalk down, right? So down, right? So what change of character is a break of structure. So you'd anticipate a little bit of a retrace, come back before we start rolling over. 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, or maybe like this. Now, test. It's yet again, why force something here? If you're in it, I mean, if you likely you guys wouldn't be in the futures, you'd be in some options or SPY or something like that. So much uncertainty. My view is best place is sidelines. Let's at least get the next unemployment or the jobless report. Let's see how the market reacts to that. And remember, market is so hypersensitive, right? Everything is an overreaction. There's so much money, so much leverage. Everything is just as you see it here. It's just an overreaction. Again, does the 25 basis point disrupt the carry trade that dramatically? Apparently so, right? I mean, that's the only conclusion you can make. 25 was enough to essentially blow up the trade. That's how levered it was. Don't think these big banks don't lever the fuck out of it, or these hedge funds. They lever the hell out of it, right? Many of them, not all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Does that look like that would be done there, right? That we're going to finish this and we're just going to ricochet out of here? Seems unlikely, right? Anything's possible, but it just seems unlikely. This low is likely to get tested. Well, then you come back to. Let's go back to the daily. Now, it's almost impossible to do this out of log. Where do you change your tune? If we're into the we break 40 and we're heading towards 30, okay, to be singing a different song. Until then, 1, 2, 3, working on 4. I know there's just not enough reason to abandon the bullish price action here. Not yet. Now, I will say this looked, shit happens. There's the FTX debacle. I was just reading today, the vast majority of the Mt. Gox creditors are holding Bitcoin. Strong hands accumulating. This is good work, Dr. Alban. Very nice. Mr. Bitcoin, that's a good handle. How are these available, Mr. Bitcoin? I can't believe you can get that handle. He wants Mara. I have this somewhere. Oh shit, where'd it go? Oh fuck, I know I have it here. Was it over here? Hang on. XRP is not there. It's not there. I put it over here. Give me a sec. This is the one I want to come to. That's the best chart on the board right now. NVIDIA, there it is. NVIDIA, much like the S&P. It's too soon. 3. Looks like that's going to be a combo. Here's Mara. Okay. Hard to argue with this, with the impulse off the low. Didn't quite make the golden here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the 2 to the 4 is not ideal. See, now as we sit here, I mean, you might look at this and go, okay, what would be the alternate? A, B, C, W, X, A, B, C, Y. Okay, if possibly, right? You can consider that as a place you might have to go. Okay, we broke the 707 here. Looks like that's wick only, so it looks like all that is just grabbing the liquidity there so they can take it down. Remember, if they want to take it down, they got to have people to take it from. 1, 2, looks like we're going 3, 4, 5, so heading for the golden zone. Seems pretty reasonable. I think this likes the 50. I recall when I was digging in here, right? It likes the 50. Here's the first target. Then we do it again. 50. There's the second target, right? You see the algo, it's always this algo. It's always there. Always dominates. Okay, so we get 50 target, 50 target. Okay, now I put the median lines on here just to get a handle on it. Now in a correction, typically I don't want, what do I got here? I want, I want a shift in a correction. But this is so big that I went back to original to see, okay, we coming down here. That may not fit, right? It's a little tricky in here. That may not be the right tool for the job. So now we could go to a channel for this. I don't know that that's a whole lot better. I'd be waiting for this. All right, what do we have so far? All we have is the 1, 2. All right, now once we get the 3, perhaps we're adjusting this like this, but it certainly looks like trend is down. We've just swept that low. All right, so that gets swept. So you would anticipate more to come. Let's get these out of here. So just part of a natural correction. This is simplified, right? So okay, so what are we trying to imply here? That it's a 3, right? We got 5 up, big 3 down, right? That's the implication. Minimum target would be this pivot. It would be very unusual for this to truncate here. You know, we can't have a triangle in the second, so you would anticipate we're heading down here towards some of these targets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to sell it there? Well, slow down. Right at the 50, right? We just looked at like the 50 here, 50 here. You want to sell it right into the 50? You know, again, don't force anything. Why? If it's going to break, let it break. 1, 2. That's daily. 1, 2, 3. Label it. 3, 4, 5. Right? That's not going to be 3. Got a long way to go. Well, let's go to an 8. One, 2. Well, that's going to be, if this finishes a 5 here, that's likely the 1 of 3, right? That's likely headed lower. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Into a C down here, right? That'd be my suggestion there. I don't think I'd be looking to buy it. I'd want to see that 5. Now, if you want to be ultra aggressive, okay, maybe you're buying into that B of the, pardon me, that 2 before you go 3, 4, 5. Oh shit! Get off my mouse. That thing's annoying. Don't fill in the blanks here, right? I mean, be careful about doing that, assuming, oh, I see it, I see it. You don't see it. Let it finish, then you can see it. Right now, that's just the implication. Again, don't force things right now. Oh, Christos I just like saying this. Christos Giannopoulos. What is he giving me? I can't even tell what he's giving me. Oh, ETH. Okay, so I got Christos giving me ETH. So let me get over here. What's the market doing? NQ was up 300. Now it's up 40. Oh, we're selling off. All right. It's high vol, risky time to be trading. Don't feel like you need to be in the market. Sometimes out, sidelines, best place to be. Okay, so this is Christos giving me his look at ETH. Well, this is, I like this. I like, right, it's something very different than what I have, which I'm totally fine with. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So this would be a oh, fuck. So we'd be diag. Oh, this is creative. I like this. Okay. I really like to see alternate counts and someone just viewing it very differently than I'm viewing it. Well, okay, we can see that. Where are you pulling that from? Where's your pull? You're pulling from, I can't see it. Trend line, there we go. Okay, so you're pulling it from here. Oh, and you locked it. Okay, hang on. Well, first you have to ask yourself, okay, right, I mean, 4 times the range is kind of the standard for going to log, right? So it certainly changes the perspective here when we're in log. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, remember, you got to do this in a series of 3s. So this would have to be A, B, C, A, B, C. It's tough to call that one a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C. Okay, I guess we can make that fly. I'm going to change that to yellow. Okay, let's go with it. So, okay, so 1, 2, 3. So big extension in the 5th is candidate, right? X is his alt. Let's put that in green, right? So this is an alternate here. W, A, B, C, X. I think you're better there with an A, B. Actually, I'd have to check with one of my guys. I think that has to be an A, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C coming down here for the 2. Have to check with PK on that. Okay, so if we take it out of log, we're coming to the golden, right? So, shocker, I know. We just tagged it. Tagged it. 4. Looking for this one more time. When we come to the 65, well, let's go back to log, right? So there would be plenty of room for this to come down to the golden in log. This is very creative thinking. I like this, Christos. I like it a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna adjust it right there. A, B, 1. No. Well, if I change this, right? So I'm just giving you. I'm not saying this isn't it, right? I never say that. I'm just saying here. Let me give you an alternate to think about. And maybe this is per your alternate. If we're doing 3, 4, 5, right, would get us down here. We'd end up in the same place. Oh, let's go micro here. 1, 2, clearly impulsive. 4, come down for the 5, enter the 50, and that one. Let's go up a degree. 3, 4, 5. Oof, under 2. Well, I'll tell you what. If it's under 2, I'm loading up heavily. If we can get this under 2K, yeah. Right? Because again, what's your time frame? Next month or 3, 4, 5 years from now? You think? I mean, I suppose there's an argument that it's all going to collapse. Jesus, somebody, I can't remember where I saw it. It said, "Oh, but crypto's over. It's going to 0. It's completely over." I suppose that's to get clicks or likes or whatever the fuck they want out of that. I think that's very low probability at this point in the crypto cycle that we're over. Over. They never show you where they're shorting it from. Oh, you're shorting it? Oh, you think it's going to zero? Let me see the position you're holding. Yeah, you never see that. Okay, let's pull some of this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this would be the 3. Heading for the golden zone. Buying at 1500. Certainly possible. I would be buying it with both hands there myself. It's tricky, right? So this can be interpreted, right? His count is perfectly valid. It's a little bumpy to get there, because you can certainly see the candidate here for this to be an impulse, right? We can't have an impulse. So, one thing to check here that's interesting is in a diag, start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3. Often 50 is a good spot to look for. We didn't get that, but actually we might have in arithmetic. Did we? Lo and behold, look at that. A little front run on it. That always helps when you're trying to identify a diag. It's the start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3. Do we hit the 50? And lo and behold, we do. All right, so this is perfectly valid. Very good, very creative thinking. I like it. Now, not necessarily time to make a trade. The only trade here would be to trade the 4 to the 5. I mean, if you really want to be aggressive, right, you trade the 4, and then we're going, anything's possible. You'd have a whole lot of ETF players very, very, very sad about that. So, but good to have the alternate. Good to have the bearish alternate. Nice work, Christoph. Very nicely done. Fastlane Hawk. Oh, where have you been? I love that handle, Fastlane Hawk. Oh, he wants ONDO USD. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's see, that's the copy, so I got to get rid of that one. That's him. I'm going to do it here. I got to get rid of this one. So I don't want to get rid of this. Oh, well, I might have to. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go ONDO USDT. Well, let's go USD, see if any, we can get it here. For any US residents, I may not have the full history. Looks like I don't need it. Well, maybe I do. Let's see if I get on Bybit. Do I get any more? No, that's worse. Let's see what Bitstamp. Oh, Jesus, that's really bad. Let's go back to Coinbase. All right, let me keep moving here. How am I doing on time? Oh, I'm good on time. Okay. All right, do we need to be in log? Well, 4 times the range, right? Take it out of log. 20 cent, yeah, we got to be in log, right? So it's kind of a good guideline, 4 times the range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not a great 1. Let's get to an 8. Can we get, God, it's a shitty 1. Well, we want to go. Well, okay, we got to work backwards here. This is a good finish. Okay, so that's clean. So we want this. This is that's a dicey 4. Looks like some sort of a triangle or double. Looks like you're gonna have to do it kind of like this. We'll do it this way. I don't love that. Let's see here. It looks like you were done here, but then it's got this other leg on it. So 4, 3. Oh, I can't go 1. Oh, maybe I can. Let's take a look. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we make that fly? Let's put that in. have to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might play a little better. I don't know that it matters that much right here. Well, let's make sure here we don't have this. Probably all right there. Okay, so okay, it's not the prettiest counts. The prettiest of counts. A little overshoot here. Let's clone that. Kind of rough. Okay, again, working backwards is often what you have to do. 1, 2, 3. What is this, the 4? I don't want to work. Sloppy. So I'm going to do we have it there? Some sort of a, is it a 3? No, it's 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's a good 5 right in there. All right, so just always looking for, okay, where can I find them? Where are they? Are they in there? Okay, so there's a 5. So can I do a 1, 2? Oh, Jesus, that's just fucking hideous. That's a decent 3 there. Shit, I don't know what we got there. It doesn't look too great. Yeah, this is sloppy Elliott here. I wouldn't spend too much time on that. Why? Right? Some sort of, I think you probably agree here. We've got some sort of a 3 going in here to correct all this. Ah, that thing sticks to your mouse. Well, there's no reason to be assuming that that 5 is done. It's classic 4, right? It's just stuck. That would be too much for me to be thinking that we're doing this. We're going 1, 2, right? Not maybe I'd consider that. Until then, the path of least resistance there looks like it's down. So you could just do it this way. That's not great looking Elliott there. It's sort of a chop monster. Ugh. Never ceases to amaze. All right, so let's get that in there. I don't love this. So what can we measure, right? Let's try, if it's going to be a 3, let's do it this way. So now we come down here for this. Seems like a reasonable spot. I'd let it come down here. It's the same thing you'd hear me say on it for any asset. I'd look for that to come into this pocket here. We've got this little, you make a case you got an order block there before it goes up. Come into this, and I wouldn't be buying with a limit order. I just give me the reaction. I'll take that one. Stop under the pivot. Let's see if I get that. Okay, that's ONDO. BDR. Sam, really appreciate your hard work. Oh, that's nice to say. API3. API3. Okay. Didn't this change? API3 on Binance. He wants spot. I think that's spot here. So let's go to a D. Oh, fugly. There's just no way around it. It's just crypto got hammered. Well, we could probably agree that we have some sort of a 3 going in here as we correct it. Does it look like it's done? Let's go to a 4. We're seeing this in all of them. All right, well, let's see what we can make of this. Let's get that down here. That's clearly to and through. Oh, so that's too bad. Oh, Jesus, the thing is ugly. What is there to do here? About all you've got here is, okay, if you love this asset for whatever reason, accumulation, that's all you got. Do we even have it? Your best case here, this is some sort of an A. See, it doesn't look like it's done, right? So 1, 2, 3, they're all doing the same thing, pretty much. Until this is going to have a long way to go here to get to. First, you can't even confirm that low, right? This is all one leg. So until it takes out that, you got a ways to go before this gets bullish. Oh, I guess you could put it right here. You'd have this is all one leg, right? So it's people call it different things, right? One time framing, right? You're not taking out the high of the previous candle. You get one here. This would be your best case here on an 8 hour. Okay. Maybe that confirms the low. Oof. Whoops. B. Ugh. It's going to have to come down here and react. Same thing. It's got to come down, give me the reaction. I can take this, put the stop, or if you're looking for a long-term hold, then you want to buy it down here in the discount of the discount, anticipating that as we rebuild, you're headed that direction. It's the best you can do. You checked above my chart on ETH. Christos, I think I did, didn't I? I think I did, Christos. Yeah, I liked your count. NVIDIA, yeah, 5 times. Okay, I got a couple more here. Here's NVIDIA. Bummer. ABC. Okay, so this gets broken. AB. It's ugly. It's just ugly everywhere. Is that the 5, right? So this is, we looked at this last week, right? So here's what people want, right? The anticipation is, oh, it can't be over for NVIDIA. So this must be 1, 2. Well, let's get this out of here. Can't be over. Not for NVIDIA. It's a bad sign. Now that's likely a liquidation wick. Or just squeezed out, forced out. It's not a great looking impulse to come down, but you'd have to call that oof, even that doesn't really fly very well. Well, what are the options here? If we're correcting the whole thing, it's going much lower. Too soon to do anything. I don't think you buy that just yet. Because if it's correcting from here, if it's going to go 1, 2, we're not ripe yet. 72. Oof. Getting hit with a little residual COVID. Shit, I don't feel great. I got that NVIDIA. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to stop there. I'm starting to get a little woozy. Not feeling too well. Okay, what we got there? 12. Yeah, I'm gonna park it. I'm gonna stop it early. I'm starting to feel kind of weird. I thought I was through the worst of this COVID, but all of a sudden I'm getting hit. All right. Well, that's kind of a depressing live stream. No way around it, guys. It's ugly right now. Don't force trades. If you're trading, reduce the size substantially. Just nibble at things. I'm gonna leave you that before I pass out. Okay, guys. Sorry, not the best of all the live streams we've ever done, but reality is reality. So with that, I wish you guys a good day. I'll be back on Friday, hopefully feeling better.